I have come to the relatively sad conclusion that I literally don't know how regular YouTube content creators come up with what they're going to talk about, especially streamers that do story time. With that being said, let's go ahead and launch into the one thing that took me forever to figure out what I was going to do when I was driving back from the print shop today. Yeah. What's up, Fireflies? It's a.r.walker here, and well, I decided that the best way to do this, since I was getting back into it, was to actually do a brief recap on why I've been gone for so long and why I'm getting back in. As you guys may have already known, my laptop does not tend to like to take any kind of videos. It's very old, brittle. He's an old man here, and I had to wait to get another computer in order to actually find a software that would work well enough to screen cap so that I could do speed paints while I was talking, because it's trying to set up my phone to record my traditional art was a pain in the ass. And I literally thought, you know what? My husband's computer that we just bought him takes video of the screen while he's doing whatever he's doing. So if I can get a computer made by the same company or something similar, I can do that with my digital art, and it would be so much better, and we would all just have a grand time. Okay, so I set out on this amazing journey in March to withdraw all the money I made from Patreon and put it away to get myself a new computer. That did not work as much as I would have liked it to, because of COVID and, all that. I ended up drawing from that account several times and was never able to actually get the money. Well, finally, I withdrew a fund that I actually had set on the side for other purposes, and I used part of that money to pay back my art fund, and with that money, I finally bought myself a computer. So here we are, and I am making videos again, finally, after like, what, a year and a half, I think? I don't know, it's been a hot second, okay? Point is, part of this recap is going to be a thank you, a shout out to all my wonderful patrons on Patreon. Sorry. Because without them, getting this computer, honestly, getting any of my equipment would not have happened. I have several patrons that are just patrons to support me because they're like family, or they're friends, or they're friends that I've made from publishing my works, and they just want to support me. And for you guys, I am so incredibly grateful. I will be listing off patrons at the end of each of these videos now, since I'm getting back into making videos, but thank you, because the first goal that I had on my Patreon was to simply upgrade my tablet. It's not like a super fancy tablet, it's one of the cheaper Wacom Intuos tablets, and it helps so much with my art, and this computer is just another thing that has been upgraded that pushes me to make better and constant content, and for that I am so incredibly grateful. So that's part of the update, is that I have been gone for a hot second because I couldn't figure out how to record videos for you guys. Like, I knew how to record the audio, obviously, that wasn't a problem, but trying to get either set up to do a traditional inking or painting or whatever, or trying to get some kind of screen cap to videotape my digital stuff wasn't just working out very well. So now that I have this new computer, I'm going to try and start doing more side pieces. So if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't been following me, unfortunately, I have been kind of absent on social media, and the primary reason for that is one of my Patreon tiers is they get an exclusive illustration, and unfortunately, that eats up so much of my time that I haven't been able to do like side sketches or side pieces that are for the free audiences on like Facebook and Instagram. And on top of that, I have Frozen Path of the Forsaken One, which is a comic, and that went down in how much people get a month. And then I also have a collab project called The White Rose of Rome, and then on top of that I have all the novels that I try and keep up with. So I've just been busy. I am going to try and get more into the sketching thing though now, because I have this equipment to start providing more content for you guys. But I will say that there are tiers that will be on my Patreon now that will include my YouTube content. So like bloopers, which I will tell you right now, this video has a lot of freaking bloopers. So you'll get that on Patreon. You'll get your shout out at the end of the video. As well as on all my series, any series that I run, except for the White Rose of Rome, because that one is a collab, so we actually have a separate Patreon for that. But you'll get bloopers, you'll get the videos early. I don't know what tiers are going to be on yet. I will try and release another short video that will explain that, but until then, I think that's it for Patreon and like the update on my new equipment and all that. Now, honestly, this year in general, I think has been kind of a clusterfuck for everyone. Not just me, but everyone. And so I'm not gonna lie that YouTube was definitely not something that I was planning on getting back into. But I do, on my Patreon page, I do release, I'm getting into the habit. I didn't the last 2 years, but this year I'm starting the habit of releasing, oh shoot, what are they called? Oh, releasing performance reviews so that my patrons can tell me how well I did or what they want to see more of, and so on and so forth. And one of the tiers that I gave them, one of the answers that they could choose from, was that I find this content appropriate for the tiers it's listed on, but wish there were more options tiers. So I am adding my $15 tier again, but instead of stickers, it's going to be more of the YouTube content and getting the early videos. Early videos might be on the $7 tier. I don't know yet. I really honestly don't know how I'm going to wire my Patreon around this new getting back into YouTube thingy-mabob. Yeah. So, again, I will try and post something later about that. Until then, so like I said, this is just kind of a brief recap about where I've been. Thanking you guys on Patreon for providing me with this new equipment, and telling you guys that I guess I haven't said this yet. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna go with this channel. I have a couple ideas about what I'm gonna do for like sketchbook story time. But other than that, I don't really know at the moment. So if you guys would like to know something about me that I can maybe make a video on, feel free to post it in the comments. Until then, though, I guess I will see you next video. Peace.